welcome to Daughter Knows Best, the special Katie's the Guest edition. So I am Jeff, and you guys are...
Well, I'm Jay.
And I'm Katie.
Hey, wasn't done my host introduction.
Sorry.
I'm Jay, and this is our guest, Katie.
I was a replacement, so...
You don't have to tell people that.
I think they should know.
We were supposed to have this other guest. We're going to have her next week.
We're still going to have the other guest, but...
No,
just
she's gone. We don't even talk to her anymore.
But you're not
she's dead to us, right?
My mother. No, we're going to have her next week.
Yeah. That's okay.
Katie, just because you're a replacement doesn't mean you're not first place in our hearts.
We've already had you on, so you can tell.
Instead of your wife? That's crazy.
In the podcast hearts, not my personal heart.
Okay, I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Don't let her hear that.
How was your day?
My day.
How was your day?
Yeah.
My day was great. I watched the F1 race in Japan. It was super exciting. Congratulations, Kimi Antonelli. He won again, so he's won 2 races in a row. He's 19 years old. He's killing it. And it was nice to see somebody other than George Russell from Mercedes racing him. So they had lots of... McLaren was in the mix, and Ferrari, and it was a super exciting race, which was great.
Nice.
But it was a little scary, I must say, real quick. It was a little scary. There was a point where it's hard to explain, but I think I did it last episode, but they have to harvest the battery at times of the race to kind of go as fast as they can at other parts, and so they kind of slow down. And there's a part where one of the drivers slowed down really slow to harvest his battery, and another driver, Oliver Behrman, came flying. He came on the corner, and the guy was basically stopped compared to them, right? And so he, to avoid him, he went off the track and he ended up crashing and stuff. So it was actually super dangerous. So I think they're actually going to have to do something about this, because he's fine, but it could have been really bad, right? So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, think about it. If you're driving down the highway at 110 and somebody's going 50, and you come over the corner and they're right there, it's like, you know what I mean? Well, it's the same idea, except you're on a racetrack and they're going, 350 kilometers an hour. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's interesting how much things change.
So they tweak rules every year, but the big rule change this year is not every year. That would be crazy.
Right.
But it takes them a few years before everybody figures it out, and then it's it's not interesting anymore, and then they make big rule changes, right?
That's really interesting.
It's kind of neat, I think.
It is neat.
It's crazy.
I mean,
though.
it's tech-based in a way. Anything that relies on machinery and tech,
you'd have to change it. Okay, we should stop though, because it's not the F1 episode.
No, it's not the F1 episode. But that's what I did today.
Last week. Did you see my edits, Jeff? How did you like them?
I see your edits
in the pod.
I didn't see the pod, the new pod.
God, it was pretty funny.
I'm just kidding. I just did some really low quality edits, so I think
she put in some funny car stuff.
Oh, and the newest one
on the F1 episode, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. I'm excited.
Oh, gotta watch.
Tune in.
I will. So what did you guys do today?
I went to work.
You went to work.
And then I came home.
I taught a lesson, and then I was extremely sad because my tap dance was canceled. So I know I've really been enjoying my tap class, but that's okay. And then we went to get a coffee and do some work. Here we are.
That's really it.
Exciting stuff. Exciting. I actually had something exciting. I went to a breakfast with the Prime Minister on Friday.
What?
Mark,
you went
seriously.
To breakfast with Mark Carney?
Yeah, I really seriously did. Yeah, me and 1,100 other people went to have breakfast with Mark Carney.
That's pretty.
What are you talking about?
So on Friday, the Halifax Chamber of Commerce put on this event where Mark Carney was in town, and I went, and Mark Carney was there, and 1,100 people and myself had breakfast, and then Mark Carney did a speech, and then
you watched a speech.
He was there, his speech. He did a speech.
Why were you at this?
It was through the Halifax Chamber of Commerce, and we're part of that, so I got invited.
Who is?
And I went, my company.
Oh, not just you.
And then it was like a fireside chat, and him and Seamus O'Regan, who used to be an MP, I think he's a reporter now, a journalist. They did have a little chat, and they did a little interview. So it was pretty cool. Me and Mark Carney hanging out Friday.
Nice.
It's the first time I've ever actually seen a prime minister in person. It was kind of interesting.
I
must say,
I've never seen that either.
I don't want to get political. I'm not going to, but he's an amazing speaker. And it was like he was in his living room and it was just him and like two people. He goes, "Oh, I'm going to go off script." And he started talking about things and he was throwing out numbers. And I was like, how does he, like, it was impressive. Like he's definitely,
Wow.
he's a smart cat. I'm glad that he's there right now for us. So
Well, it feels.
Don't get political.
Listen, it
say
shouldn't
I'm glad
be,
he's there right now.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an accomplishment, but it does feel nice that our prime minister
Can speak.
Like in these days, I feel very grateful that he at least can
Yeah.
like form a sentence.
Not just like say lies.
yeah,
Too.
or just like knows how to like construct like basic grammar.
Yeah.
You know,
How old is he?
I feel like he's in his 60s, I want to say.
his kids are like around.
Okay, so
our
he's
age,
not
right?
like elderly either. That's
No.
nice.
Yeah, you mean like some other leaders are like in their 80s, you mean? Who will remain
Yeah.
nameless?
Mhm.
Yeah, and everyone's always like putting pictures of like health conditions they think they have
And everyone's
online.
like, they
and
have
everyone's like, oh, he
dementia.
has this, and he has this, and he has this, and he has this. He's gonna die. Like, always.
Mark Carney is 61.
That's fine.
Enough about Mark Carney.
Enough about Mark.
So I don't. So to the listeners, I have no idea what this is about tonight. I'm
Yeah.
totally in the
I
dark.
have an idea.
Well, okay, so a few hours ago, we were told that we had to figure something out. And I thought, what can I pull out of nothing? And I thought, probably, as per usual, random, irrelevant internet happenings. And then I thought, there are so many things that are like formative to like my understanding of the internet and to many people my age's understanding of the internet that I am sure that you, Jeff, know nothing about, but I also think you probably know nothing about.
I know something.
Some things though here,
But,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so I thought,
I know less than you.
let me educate you guys. So I'm going to screen share because today's topic is going to be YouTube Drama History 101, 10 scandals that changed the internet forever. And I'm just going to move it so I can still see.
Yeah, where are we?
I love how it says Professor Katie, by the way. That's amazing.
That's me. Yeah.
and I'm a little scared because there's 84 slides.
So that's
seems-
because
that
every
seems
single
like a lot.
point is a different slide. Don't
This,
worry.
how did this only take you like a couple hours?
I work fast in Canva because I do it for my job. Okay, so I guess I should just get into it, perhaps?
Yeah,
Go
let's do
for
it.
All right. So basically, I made a timeline. I have put together 10 significant events between the years of 2015 and current era that I feel are very important to my understanding of the internet.
Really?
Yes.
These like make up. So when a current scandal happens, like this is the. You're saying this is the context.
cultural context
What?
for any YouTube scandal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of this. Okay.
So we're gonna go through it. Some of these I've really like given the full summary of. I mean, okay, I should give a disclaimer for anybody who is as chronically online as me that this will not be a comprehensive walkthrough of these events because some of them happened over like months. So this is like a very short summary. Some I spent very little time describing and some I put some more time into. So we'll have a variety. But yeah.
It
There
is
we go.
just it's an introduction, right? So
It's an
fine.
introduction. I guess before I start, any of you guys know about any of these things from what you see?
Yeah, I
Um,
do, but I don't want to say anything.
I know. I think I understand. I think I know like one or two of those, but we're barely. So I think I'm probably
Okay,
in the dark.
I know like one, and then I know, or okay, I know two, and then I know like some of the things involved in the other ones, but not the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah.
Well, all good. You will learn today. So the first thing we have, our earliest occasion.
Like I don't know
Is-
shit about this.
Right,
Or
me
these
neither.
people.
So this is the Fine Brothers trademark fail. In my opinion, I think this is the first like online like scandal in quotation marks that I was aware of as a youth. It happened in 2015. It really isn't juicy compared to the other events, but it's just like it was a big controversy at the time. So
Dad, was I even like allowed on most YouTube in 2015?
11 years ago. Let me think about this. 2015, we moved. That's when we moved to Nova Scotia. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
most of
think
the
you-
year we were in New Brun.
yeah.
yeah, we moved in the summer. So
I feel like I was barely on YouTube at the time.
yeah, but you were allowed then. That's later on, I think.
I was allowed, but like not. You know what I mean?
Well, I bet
wasn't-
you watch their videos. Let me explain.
I have literally never
Let
seen
me
them in my
explain.
life.
Well, I know none of us have. They were producers.
Okay.
So
Oh,
they started
okay.
making videos in 2007 and they grew to be quite famous because of their React series. So this is where they would have
Oh.
people sit
I
and watch
see.
something and they would
Okay.
react. You've definitely
There was
seen
a
it.
scandal? They're
Yes.
still making that. No?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm
Well,
so
okay,
confused.
so they had like kids react, celebrities react, YouTubers
Have you seen
react,
this, Dad?
like, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
would sit
I
at a
remember
table.
this.
Teens react.
Teens
Yeah,
react.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had tons of them. It was like super, super popular. They would get like millions of views. So that was a kind of a cultural moment, the React videos. So other channels obviously started to copy their format, and the Fine Brothers lost their minds. They were like tweeting, they were so upset. They're
I
like, this
hate
is
when kids do
our
that.
idea, don't steal it, blah, blah, blah. But it's tough because their whole idea was just reacting to something.
Yeah, you can't really like
Which,
trademark
Right.
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
I let to back up. I don't think I've seen reaction videos, but I don't know if it's actually the Fine Brothers. I'm
No,
sure
but
it
have you
was
seen
stolen.
like have you seen the like the series like Kids React?
Yeah, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
them
I
in
think you've
That's
particular.
seen them. Yeah.
They were like the classic React videos.
They're the one. I mean, I can think in my head. I can picture the format of like the studio right now.
Yeah.
Of where they anyway.
Yeah, they were huge. So they got upset, and then people were like mad at them because they were like, you're being so selfish and like greedy. Like, you cannot like get mad at people for reacting to something. You don't
That
own
is
that.
really funny.
They tried to franchise their series and sell the rights to make that style of content. Now, this is not unheard of, right? Like, if you come up with like a great concept for an internet series, you can do that and like sell the rights to make that kind of content.
Right.
But this is where they messed up. They tried to trademark the word react.
Yeah, which you cannot do.
It's a word. That was
Yeah.
their ultimate downfall. Everyone was like, what are you doing? You cannot trademark the concept of reacting and the word react. And so they lost 170,000 subs in a matter of days. And in my memory, this was like the first massive subscriber loss and cancellation that I ever noticed of a YouTube.
I'm sure there
Crazy.
were more before 2015.
Oh,
right?
there probably were, but like in my experience of the
Sure.
internet, this was
All right.
I remember
so this
noticing
is
this.
Katie's childhood.
Yeah, well, if you notice in the title, it said, "In my opinion."
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah. Should I keep
So
going?
do we know if they still exist today? Like,
Oh
as-
yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
no,
I don't
these
think
They
guys.
went on after 2015.
They did.
I don't know at this moment.
I really don't
haven't
know,
seen them in a
actually. I didn't look it
while.
up, so I'm not really
Well,
sure what they're up
I
to
don't know
these
my
days.
phone.
Okay, number 2, Logan Paul's Suicide
I
Forest.
do know this one.
Yeah.
Do you know this one, Dad?
I think you told me about it, but let's get Katie to
I didn't tell you
explain
about it on here.
No,
but-
in my life.
I don't know. I didn't know a lot about it though. Like maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe
Let's
Keegan
Kate-
did actually.
Katie can do it. It's great.
I can explain. So,
Yeah.
Logan Paul. Well, so do we know who Logan Paul is, though?
I wasn't aware of him until this happened, so I don't know anything about
Right.
him.
He was
before
very
this.
famous.
So, like,
he was
who
like,
was he?
so he made vlogs. In that era, like the classic YouTuber
Just,
was like
guys making vlogs.
yeah, a guy with
Yeah.
friends. They would do vlogs, they would do pranks, they would do challenges, right? Like they have friends that are recurring characters on their videos. Very much David Dobrik. He comes in later.
Isn't it kind of like Mr. Beast
Sure
does that
does.
too, right?
Yeah,
He
Mr.
has
Beast is kind of like
He's
like
done
I would say that
everything.
Logan Paul content evolved into what is now Mr. Beast content, but they weren't working with that kind of budget back then. Like they were definitely rich, like don't get me wrong, but they weren't making like
And they weren't
million-dollar
channeling that
sets,
money. I
right?
feel like into your like no one was saying, "Oh, for your YouTube series, I'll give you this budget." They were having their own personal money. I feel like
yeah.
from the
so
content.
far.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I do. I do know what you mean. So
Now people will actually be like, "I will back your YouTube series."
Yes.
for a million
Yeah,
dollars.
this
That
is very
wasn't a
different.
thing, Yeah.
So Logan Paul goes to Japan and is vlogging as one does in 2017. Classic. At this time, urban exploration and like vlogging as you go to a haunted location was like the trend. Going to
Right.
a haunted hospital. Me and my friends slept overnight in a haunted
Yeah, they just
motel.
break
like,
into abandoned buildings and film it.
literally.
Yeah, and
Sam and Colby was a big channel for that. They would like literally
Yeah.
walk around random things.
So, what you say, Dad?
And I still see that on Instagram sometimes where somebody's like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
found this secret tunnel in this mall, and we went down to see what's there." And it's like, who cares, man? Like it's like not
Yeah.
that exciting. It's like just like where they keep the dry cleaning and stuff. Like who cares? Anyway, keep
No,
going.
literally.
That's true.
Yeah, so that was very popular at this time. So that's kind of what he was doing, right? They decided to go to the Aokigahara forest. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but this forest is famous. It's a forest in Japan, and it has come to be known as a place where many people commit suicide.
Yes.
So it has the nickname the Suicide Forest, right? They see a dead body in the Suicide Forest
So why is
Duh.
that duh?
because it's the Suicide Forest.
Well, yeah, but like
That's where
was it
everybody
recent?
goes.
It's, well, I don't know if it was like that recent, but like if you go somewhere that's famous where people
No, but I don't understand. Do they just leave the bodies there?
Well, no, I'm sure they don't mean to, but it's a forest. It's not like a walking trail, right? So like it might take some time to find the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's got to stumble upon them before they can
Yeah.
tell somebody, the authorities, there's a body there.
Okay, so I've never seen this video.
So, okay, well, we'll talk about this. But so they see the dead body and they're so like disrespectful. They're making jokes. Like they're like, oh my God, you can see his face. This is a screenshot from the video. But it's like they do not handle it remotely well. And they film the dead body and they upload the video with the dead body on YouTube.
Oof.
So YouTube took him off of their preferred creators list, which is like you can get the best ads and stuff if you're a preferred creator. So that was a big deal for him in terms of like income. And they had a collaborative project that was about to happen with him. They canceled it. And his fans, though, were not that mad. He apologized and he had like a decent apology. And so this isn't really a cancellation. It didn't really
But I feel
work.
like everyone else who wasn't already a bit, like I heard,
Yeah.
like everyone, he made his reputation.
Oh, yeah.
To the rest of the
mainstream.
world,
Yeah.
like based on
This
this.
went, like,
I feel
super
like this was
mainstream.
what I didn't know who he was before.
Yeah.
So wait, what does he say in the video?
The Suicide Force video or the apology?
This.
He basically just like, oh my God, guys, there's a dead body, like blah, blah, blah. Like it really isn't
They
that
make jokes.
deep. Yeah.
What jokes?
I don't know. You can't watch it anymore, right? So who knows? But I just
We'll
remember
never
being like,
know.
that was not really great. But I actually saw this video with my own eyes before it was taken down. It was only up for a matter of hours, so I feel
Wow.
that was a piece of history that went down in
Wow.
time, you know?
I bet you could find it.
Probably I could find it. I wasn't that attached to the idea, but that's the Logan Paul Suicide Forest.
Okay. It's crazy how something like that he did that we kind of frown upon made his name to be a bigger celebrity than what he was.
Oh, definitely. But
Yeah.
that happens, I guess.
Yeah, this was definitely not like, it wasn't bad for him in the long run, I don't think. Anyways, okay. We found our first big one. Dramageddon 1. Have you ever heard of Dramageddon 1?
Never in my life.
Never, me either. Not at all. And I don't
Guys,
recognize any of
Dramageddon
these
is
people.
hilarious. Who officially sat down and named these?
There are 3 Dramageddons. It was
But
like a name.
who-
I don't know who came up with it, but it's like widely known as the name of these events by people who were
What?
there at the time. Dramageddon 1, Dramageddon 2 / Bye Sister, and Dramageddon 3. Also known as Carmageddon, the third one.
Carmageddon.
So, Dramageddon 1, let's talk about it. These are the 5 main characters of this drama. We have
Alright.
Nikita Dragon, Manny MUA, which stands for makeup, artist.
I know that.
Laura
'cause I
Lee,
used to watch that
Jeffree
show.
Star, and Gabrielle Zamora. So these were like 5 of the most famous YouTubers at this time when makeup artistry YouTube was like
Wait,
huge.
I wasn't that into that. But when was this? What year?
This was 2018, 17? I'm not
I
sure.
have actually heard of that Manny guy before. I think I've seen his video before.
Of
he was
Manny
like-
MUA.
Really?
I think he was in like the New York subway and
Isn't
he
this
was
screen
like
sharing?
doing his like makeup or something.
Katie was
He's
just
doing
like
something.
checking a text to her grandma, and I was like, "Is this screen sharing on the pod?"
Just wanted to see what it was.
And people were like, "Oh, I know you from your videos and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But I
Good for you, Dan.
I haven't heard of any of the other people before.
Wait,
just this
but-
Manny guy.
Okay, so this is 2017. You said?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was in my timeline, but I don't actually remember right now.
2017. Yeah, I was into like lifestyle,
Mm.
but not makeup specifically. Like that
Yeah,
wasn't
I didn't really
my-
watch these guys' videos either.
Okay.
Also, I just didn't really like their personalities. They
I
always
don't.
seemed very like
I know
fake
who
and-
Nikita Dragon is. I know who Jeffree Star is. I don't know the rest of them, and
Hmm.
I have never seen. I can't hear any of their voices in my head. Like I don't know who the fuck. they
Yeah.
are, but-
Well, let's talk about it. So these are the 5 main people. Dramageddon 1. That's a picture of Jeffree and Manny. So these 5 makeup artists were extremely popular and were known as frequent collaborators and friends. Like this was a squad. Not like didn't have a name, but like everyone knew that these people were friends. This was a friend group and they would like do collaborations together. By late 2017, they were barely posting together. So people thought, did they have a fallout? Because that was a big shift in their content. In November 2017, Jeffree tweets that the beauty community is becoming such an ugly place full of evil people. And then later tweets to confirm that's about Laura. Because everyone was like, oh, this is about Manny. And he was like, no, this is about Laura. So that happens.
asking for attention. Like come on.
Literally. Okay, and in August 2018, Gabrielle Zamora posts a group picture of them all, minus Jeffree, and captions it, bitch is bitter because without him, we're doing better. He follows this up by a tweet that people were like, is this about Jeffree? And he goes, imagine standing a racist, I could never.
This is so embarrassing.
It is.
Why aren't they all embarrassed?
I agree. Also, Jeffrey is a racist though, so like that is
No,
valid.
yeah, but just the whole attention getting
Oh,
like
yeah.
tweets.
So
like,
embarrassing.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
bad.
mean, normal humans don't do that. They just kind of go, yeah, it's just, I'm not going to talk about it and just move on.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy. So in the fallout of the fallout, everyone is posting apology videos left and right.
Okay.
Laura Lee fake cries in her video, which leads to a meme that has been widely
I've never
used
seen it.
of Laura Lee crying. It's not real. So like she was like clearly fake crying in the video. So that's my summary of Dramageddon 1.
That's all?
That's all for now.
So there's only one apology video.
No, there was like 7. I just didn't put them all.
So-
if I went into detail, it would take me
But
days.
what were they all about? Like, what was the issue?
Well, they were just like, they were all being mean to Jeffrey and like saying bad things about him. And they all started posting apology videos being like, oh, I shouldn't have been so harsh on Jeffrey. Sorry, Jeffrey. Also, this person made me do it. And like blaming each other. And like, it just, yeah, it was a whole mess. It's not really worth going into the details, but all you need to know is that they were all posting like apology video after apology video.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's Dramageddon.
And I feel like apology videos weren't as big. That was kind of when they started to.
Yes.
Yeah, I did know that. When the
Yeah,
makeup
and
people.
don't forget, this is only Dramageddon 1. So
Yeah.
there'll be other
Like
Dramageddons.
it's so much bigger. Yeah. Okay, Tanacon.
There's been more Dramageddons than there have been world wars.
It's true. So far.
So funny.
Tanacon.
Tanacon.
Have you guys ever heard of Tanacon?
Never in my life who is this person.
Never.
Do you know who Tana Mojo is?
No.
No.
You don't know who Tana Mojo is? Oh. Okay. So this Tana Mojo, she was a huge YouTuber in like the late 2010s. Mid to late 2010s. She was huge. She would do like story times, challenges, collaborations, like whatever.
The classics.
Classics, but she was huge. Super
But was
famous.
it classics back in 2010, or was she like an innovator at
Yeah.
that time?
No, this was like what everyone
Like just
was
people
doing.
were doing it.
This was like the era where like personality was enough to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like now people have to like do something.
You have to do something now.
Yeah,
well,
but at this time people just like to follow
YouTube
people they
isn't
liked.
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always feel like what's her name? Madeline RG feels really vintage to me whenever I come
Yes,
across one of her
yeah.
videos because she's just herself, and I feel like no one's doing that now.
I agree.
You have to have a thing on TikTok now. You're like have to be doing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tana was big. She publicly criticized VidCon. Do you guys know what VidCon is?
I know what VidCon is.
Great.
Not that.
So
What's
VidCon
this?
is like Comic-Con but for YouTubers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, they have it every year. It's like hosted playlist VidCon, and it's like it's a whole thing. Basically, like everyone goes and kids can come and whatever. Talk to
People can meet
YouTubers.
their favorite YouTubers. and
Yeah,
they
it's like a very
sign
standard
merch
convention,
and
but it's
stuff, yeah.
huge. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's really big. So she criticized VidCon, and she launched Tanacon as an alternative event. The panel is supposed to have huge celebrities like Bella Thorne, Miranda Sings, Shane Dawson, etc.
What?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Well, she was very
People are
famous. Tana.
insane.
Yeah, people are insane. But this was her pitch. She claimed that 20,000 people were going to come, but only 4,000 to 5,000 showed up, and that was still too many. Like they were not set up to accommodate that size of crowd. So people were lining up all day in the hot sun, and this is in California, I think, but it was hot, and no one was able to get them water. So they were like sick and fainting and having like heat stroke. Like it was really, really bad. And they were just not like set up to deal with it, and so it was canceled on day 1.
And people were like upset, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because they were like, she was not prepared to have this event.
Was
right?
there an apology?
There was an
Well-
apology, and also it came out that she had like someone, like she was partnering with like a guy who put it on as like a producer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't all Tana, really. She was like
Tanacon's
17. Like she
so
was not
funny.
really.
That's what I was going to say. Shouldn't she have like collaborated with an event company
She
that actually
did, but
that's
he
what
was
they
also
do?
young.
Yeah,
he
they
was, like, the
needed
same
a
age.
real event company to do it properly, probably. But
Yeah. Well, that was the criticism.
did she
Also,
do an
just
apology?
is so funny. What
video?
did she say about VidCon?
I don't remember. Just that it was like, I don't know. There was always criticism about it, right? It was like a huge thing, so it never was the way everyone wanted it to be. Like, and I think that they weren't always great to their creators.
So did she do a big apology video afterwards? I assume.
Yeah.
And say,
Yeah, and I
sorry?
think she kind of got out of it because people were like, probably the teenager wasn't actually the one behind the scenes running this.
Probably
whole
not
thing.
the right person to do this in the beginning. We probably should have
Exactly.
realized that.
We probably shouldn't have come. Like,
Yeah, actually, the guy who did do it was Michael Weiss, and he just started making YouTube videos being like, Tanacon, my story 6 years later. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so cringe. No one cares. Michael Weiss. Anyways,
should have capitalized
Ooh,
on that.
Dramageddon
time,
2.
Dramageddon 2. So, Here are our characters.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys know James Charles.
I know. I kind of don't feel like I get all the lore, though.
Right. Okay. Well, I should address, like many people that I'm talking about today, he has done some actually harmful, dangerous, bad things. We're not getting into it today, but I just want to acknowledge that that is true.
What did he do?
Like some weird talking to minors, explicit content,
course.
weird.
Classic.
Yep.
That's what everyone was doing.
But at the time, it's important to note, at the time that this happened, no one knew that. There was no proof that he was doing anything like bad like that, and he was also a teenager.
Okay.
So that is really important context to have.
So wait, what kind of time frame are we talking for this second Armageddon? Do you remember?
This was, I think, 2019, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tati Westbrook is like
I don't know.
a legend of the makeup artistry scene. Like, she's like an actual like makeup artist, and she would make content. She was really popular, but she was like much older than James.
Was she like one that actually did it like in the movie, like real movies, like a real like one
She
that
did. I think that she was like a working makeup artist. I don't know much about her, but I just like, she wasn't like a YouTuber first, makeup person second. She was like an
had
actual
a career.
yeah, and she had like makeup
product.
products and stuff like that too.
I see.
she's
So-
not 17, so that's good.
Exactly, yeah. So Dramageddon 2, also known as By Sister. So James Charles and Tati Westbrook had become very close, with Tati being a mentor for James, who was young and new to the world of beauty influence. So she like took him under her arm, and her husband would help James with like financial things and business decisions, because that's like what he does. Like, they were quite tight in that way. Yeah, he literally did her wedding makeup. So like, they were quite close, these two.
Wow. Okay.
However, he
That's so
quickly became
creepy.
more popular and famous than her.
Sure.
He blew up, right? He was like on Ellen. He was like the first male cover
Yeah,
girl.
he was
like
huge.
he was,
yeah.
So that was interesting. So in 2019, this is like the first half of this event. In 2019, James went to Coachella and was sponsored by Sugar Bear Hair Gummy Sleep Vitamins. So Sugar Bear Hair, Sugar Bear
They
Hair
still
is
have
like
those.
a vitamin brand that they do make hair and like hair, skin, and nails gummies, but he was promoting their sleep gummy, which is like a melatonin mix situation. So Tati owns a gummy vitamin company as well that does like hair, skin, and nail vitamins, and she was very upset that he promoted her like rival company, even though he was not sponsored by Halo Beauty. So it was fine, like legally it was fine.
Yeah, like it was okay.
Yeah, but she was just like offended because like that was her like closest YouTube friend, and he betrayed her by promoting Sugar Bear Hair. What actually happened is that he got stuck at Coachella without a place to stay or something like that, and then Sugar Bear Hair was like, "We'll sponsor you, and then you can stay with us." And he was like, "Yeah, I need that." So really, it was not deep at all. But she
That
got
and
really
he
upset about
probably
it.
didn't want to sleep in the street, on the
Yeah, I mean,
field.
it's kind of understandable. Yeah. So Tati posted an Instagram story of her crying about the gummy thing.
Was she
She's
fake
really
crying
upset.
or real crying for the record?
I think it was real, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, she was quite upset about it.
How old is she?
And then, I don't know. She was like 30 something. Like, she was not young.
Oh, okay.
In May 2019, Tati uploaded a 40-minute long video titled "By Sister." So James Charles'
He
thing
always
was
opens his video with "Hi, sisters."
she uploads a 40-minute long video titled "By Sister," which is a play on words. And she talks about Sugar Bear Hair, and also just like generally insults like the way he acts, his character.
40-minute video though? That's
40-minute long. Yeah, 40
that's
minutes
a long
long.
video.
It's a long video. Yeah, it was really cheap. Like, even though we know James isn't a good person now, at the time he was like just a teenage boy.
I didn't really know what
Yeah,
happened.
was-
I'm not comfy. I didn't really know what happened with this, but from my limited impression of it, like just like kind of hearing it in the background, I thought that James was in the wrong, and I don't know why.
Well, everyone thought that James was in the wrong at first.
From this,
Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to talk about it later on, but when this first happened, Dramageddon 3 builds off of Dramageddon 2, right?
Okay, I see.
But
Of course. So I
during
wouldn't
this
admit.
time, she was talking about how he was like, I have it in points, but yeah, so she accused him of trying to turn like straight men gay, and told a story of him hitting on a straight man at her birthday dinner. So apparently there was like a server at her birthday dinner, and he was like being really inappropriate with the server. There's a quote that gets like widely quoted now where she was like, "And you did it at my birthday dinner." And so people will be like, "And you did it at my birthday dinner." Like, it's a whole thing. But
Like,
yeah.
that makes it worse in some way.
Well, because she's like, "I had to apologize to all my friends and family because you were being creepy and you did it at my birthday dinner." Like, it was just dumb. But Jeffree Star from Dramageddon 1 backed Toddy up and called James a danger to society and a predator.
But wait a
Then
second.
James
Wait a second. Isn't Jeffree Star some kind of like? Didn't you say he had problematic? He was
He's
racist or something?
awful.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
awful.
What?
And we knew that at this time. We've
Why
always
is
known
everyone
that.
evil?
Jeffree Star started his career on MySpace, so that was the time at which he was saying like these crazy things. So he built an entire career off of everyone knowing how bad he was. Like, yeah, bad guy.
Why? Like what? What'd he do?
Really awful racist things, like so bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so James posts an apology video called "No More Lies," and in my opinion, as apology videos go, this is not because I don't like James, but I have to say it was a very well-made apology. He had receipts. He apologized. He said, yeah, I did these things. Yeah, I did not do these things. It was well done. And so he kind of saved himself and people believed him.
So what was he apologizing for? Like the stuff at the birthday dinner or just
Well, he
general
explains-
apologies?
Yeah, he explained about the Coachella thing. Like, that's when he was like, this is why I took the Sugar Bear deal.
Oh.
Like, and he also did say, like, at the birthday dinner, this is what happened. It wasn't actually like this, but it was like this. And, like, I would take accountability for being, like, weird and doing weird things socially. Like, he did, like, he kind of confessed, like, some things. And then he
course.
Yeah, he apologized and whatever. People believed him. It went well for him. This was probably the biggest, most widespread scandal of beauty YouTube at this time, and it went mainstream. So like there was news articles about this, which is crazy. But yeah.
I know some David Dobrik scandals. I don't know this one.
So there are unlimited.
Yeah.
Most of the people we're talking about are just genuinely terrible. But this one particularly, I think, is insane. So David Dobrik, huge YouTuber, kind of given a Logan Paul vibe. Mr.
I
Beast
didn't know
vibe.
who Logan Paul was, but I did know who David Dobrik was.
Yeah, he was huge.
So
And he had his like vlog squad.
yes.
So Jeff was in the vlog squad. The vlog squad was like a group of friends that did all
It
these
was
vlogs
so
together.
big. At one point,
So
though, it
big.
was like actually 20 people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was huge. And David was like at the head of all of
Oh,
it.
and Dad, relevant. I think Trisha Paytas was kind of in that for a minute.
Oh,
She
okay.
dated Jason Nash.
I know,
who was
but
in it,
she
yeah.
was in the videos like a ton.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She was kind of an honorary member
Yeah.
for a while. Our bestie, Trisha.
It's true.
Friend of the
We
pod.
have two friends of the pod,
yeah.
Sydney Sweeney and Trisha Paytas.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
troublesome.
And Timothy Chalamet.
Not great.
Well, that's better, I guess.
But it's slightly
Not
than
great.
Trisha.
though.
I don't know. All right.
Well, David would do crazy stunts and pranks pretty often. So in this particular video, he decided to use an excavator to swing people over a lake. That was his idea. He's going to attach people to the arm of an excavator. I can't even say that word. Attach them to the arm of an excavator, and
What is
he
an
himself
excavator?
will
It's like
operate
the,
it. Like the
thing
digger.
that comes down and digs. Like,
He
big holes.
operated it.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a terrible idea from the get-go. Like, so bad. But he did it. He had Jeff hold a rope that was attached to the excavator arm. And since David doesn't know how to use an excavator, he messed up and he slammed Jeff into the machinery. Hard.
Oh my God.
Jeff
Oh.
had a fractured skull, eye socket damage, broken bones, and is now partially blind in that eye, even after surgery.
Holy moly! And in the U.S., you'd have to pay for all that surgery. and
Well-
hospital stuff.
This is Jeff with his eye after
Oh my
surgery.
God.
So David tried to keep Jeff quiet, so he'd pay for surgeries and all expenses. In the end, he did not follow through. I think he paid for like one.
He has the money. He was
has
giving
the money.
A lot of his videos were giving away Teslas. He was
Yeah,
always giving
He
away
absolutely
a
had
Tesla.
the money. It's not
Yeah.
about the money. But he would not take responsibility. I think that's probably why he didn't pay for it, because like that would be like part of, you know what I mean? Like he was like not taking
He'd
any
admit
responsibility for it.
liability, and then if it went to court, they'd say,
Exactly.
"Will you pay for it all?" Yeah.
Exactly. So he basically just ghosted Jeff.
Probably his
Um,
lawyers told him to. I mean, that's not
Probably.
right. It's not right.
But don't
Yeah.
you think if he had paid for everything and like done all the right stuff, one, would he have even sued him? And if he had, wouldn't the court be like, well, what do you want? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you did everything. You did
In the
everything.
U.S., though, people they sue for like $10 million or $100 million, and it's all
Emotional damages.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. Well, Jeff did call David out and make a docuseries about what happened eventually. And then they sued each other.
Oh, they did sue each
So-
other. Oh, good.
Yeah, so Jeff sued David for obvious reasons, and then David sued Jeff, I think, for like false,
Defamation or-
defamation or something like that. And it's still being dealt with. The trial is in like September, so who knows how that
Ooh,
will
stay
go.
tuned.
So
We'll
we
be
have
back.
to. So should we do some kind of pod about the trial?
Maybe
That
Katie,
could be
Katie
fun.
will
cover
come
it.
back on.
Maybe I don't really know much about this one, but
Get on
yeah.
it.
So Jeff is just like partially blind now.
That sucks.
Just the way it is.
That does suck. Sucks.
Yeah.
Did they upload this video?
It's deleted now, but they did, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's admitting liability.
Well, they didn't show what happened.
Okay, what do you mean?
Like he got him to kind of hide. I didn't see it, but I know that like it wasn't clear what happened to him in the video, right? Like that would be crazy. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Ooh,
There we are.
Dramageddon 3.
Dramageddon 3, the final Dramageddon. So I'm gonna give you some points, and then I'll have to cut it out in the final edit, but I'm gonna go and show a video too because I think you need to see it to understand the full vibes. But anyways, Dramageddon 3. This is a picture of Shane Dawson. Do we know who Shane Dawson is?
I've tried to understand a couple times because you have said it, and then you go, why don't you know who Shane Dawson is? And I go, I don't know. And then you kind of explain that I forget immediately.
Right.
So no.
Yeah. So he was a big YouTuber, like huge. Like we're talking like David Dobrik size of audience.
The reason I'm also, just for our viewers, the reason I'm the age I am and I don't know any of these things is because I wasn't allowed like a lot of screen time as a kid, and then I just never really got into it after that because it was like I wasn't into it already, you know?
But
I
you were
will
also,
admit that I learned about a lot of these later.
What was that, Dad?
I was going to say, you were also the kind of kid that you would watch, even TV shows, you'd watch a bit and you'd be like, okay, I'm done. And you would
I have
go
ADHD.
do something else. You were not one to just watch a lot of videos or watch a lot of TV. You were like to be outside doing things. It was
Well, I will
more
say
your
that
vibe.
like I didn't really watch these things happen as a teen. Some of them I did, but
No,
not.
I just
not
feel like
most of
people
them.
will be like, why don't you know who Shane Dawson is?
Right. Well, yes, but I didn't watch his videos. Like
You knew who he was.
I knew he was. Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
But yeah. So this Shane Dawson. So over time.
Wait, did you even say who he was?
Oh, he's just a big YouTuber. He's
What did he
awful,
do?
problematic, but he would do like
Everyone's evil.
he's bad. Yeah. Well, these are I'm giving you scandals.
Yeah,
These
but
people
the
are
scandals aren't
scandalous.
about them being evil.
No, but
they're
the
evil
kind of people who
separately.
get into- he would make like a bunch of different like vlog content, whatever, and then later in his career changed to doing like conspiracy theories and like long form docu-series types of things.
Okay.
Anyways, so over time, the public perception of the biases or thing changed, and people kind of slowly turned against Toddy. I think a big part of that was that people who were like 15 when it first happened were now like 17.
So then they were like,
They were like,
what?
maybe it's weird to like
yeah.
shit on a kid when you are a grown woman, right? So James was able to rebuild his subscribers. He was doing fine at this time. People started to feel that the whole thing was fake or created for content, or like they felt like it wasn't what it seemed at the time. People were trying to figure out what actually happened behind the scenes. And then in 2020, a YouTuber did an Instagram Live where he said that he thought Jeffrey and Shane Dawson played a part in the Bi-Sister scandal because people knew that Tati knew them behind the scenes and that they had maybe potentially reasons why they wouldn't want him to be as big as he is or like whatever. So Blair White, who we don't need to talk about who that is, she's one of those transphobic trans people. Hate her. But
What the?
she posted a video.
Like what?
She posted a video saying that Jeffrey has voice notes from a survivor who was assaulted by James Charles. I don't know if that's true or not. People have definitely been assaulted by James Charles. But at this time, this was just like rumors, right?
No, but every single side character is evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you ever
So-
think maybe the industry just attracts people that are kind of a little bit evil?
Especially
Like the
this
YouTube
era.
industry?
Especially when the era
Yes.
was like, if you are crazy, you get famous.
Yeah.
That's true.
People were watching it for the crazy personality and for the drama, right?
That's true.
That was how you made a career. So people started talking more publicly about theories about Shane and Jeffrey being involved in Bi-Sister. And then in June 2020, Shane tweets that he's leaving the beauty community. This is hilarious because Shane cannot and never could do makeup. He just became friends with some like beauty gurus and then they would do his makeup and then he like tried to learn, but he would do the most awful look in the world and then post on his story and be like, I'm learning, guys. And it was so bad. But anyways, apparently he was in the beauty community and he was leaving because apparently it was full of drama and like toxic.
Which it was.
It was, but he really was never in it to begin with. And he also said that it wasn't true that him and Jeffrey were involved with Bi-Sister. In June of the same year, so the same month, I guess, Toddy releases a video called Breaking My Silence, all caps, where she apologizes to James and blames everything on Shane and Jeffrey, saying they gaslit her and encouraged her to do the original video. It was all their idea. They came up with the name. It wasn't her. Just completely pushing the entire thing on Shane and Jeffrey.
What?
She said that she thought it was because they were jealous of James and his success.
Yeah, but she didn't have to do it, and she was a grown woman with a
Yeah.
husband
yeah.
and
How
a
old were
family.
they?
The Shane and Jeffrey, also grown. These were all grown people. James
I
was a
thought-
child.
Poor James. I mean,
Only
not,
James a
but-
child. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, not poor James now, but at this time, it was very unreasonable. They didn't have a
Yeah.
reason to be treating him this way, right? Like, it was not cool. So upon seeing this video from Toddy, Shane starts an Instagram live and live reacts to the video. So this is where I'm gonna take it over to YouTube.
Oh yes, the
This
YouTube.
is like absolutely. I just didn't think it was this insane.
Oh, it is.
But I mean,
Breaking
like
my
you said though,
silence.
some of this stuff they say, oh, it must be for the hits. Like people want the drama, right? Because otherwise it's boring.
Yeah, it's true.
This is insane. This is
Right here.
insane. This woman is a fucking. I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
Was making a video. So how is it the semi-editorial outlets knew that something was coming before?
Oh my god.
And then before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the video voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of
Oh my God.
conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Well, then why would you make a video on the matter claiming these allegations?
Because she is a fucking. I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally.
I don't want to say mean things about
Oh my
people.
God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this.
The other
because, like,
voice is his husband,
fucking-
Rylan.
Oh my god.
Why would he live react to this? This is such a bad idea.
Yes.
That is not.
You're gonna regret this. People are saying like this is embarrassing.
You hear his husband in the back going, "Get off."
Oh my god.
That's the whole live.
He got off.
He got off of live. Yeah.
That is hilarious. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Look, if you
Yeah.
if you want to react, I think if you want to react and do it, live is not the way to go. That's
Agreed.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, he is crazy.
I just love
will
everyone
say.
going, this is embarrassing. You're gonna regret this. Like, why are they
Everyone in the
looking out
comments,
for
just
him?
breathe, man. Like, just trying to
pretty-
calm him down.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that was the video that he posted, that he went live. He also tweets after this video, "This is a fucking lie and I'm losing my mind," all
Clearly.
caps. Yeah. In July, so a month later, Jeffrey uploads a video called Doing What's Right, where he says that the allegations against him are lies and he is not a villain. And in the same video, he works into it somehow, Black Lives Matter. You have to keep in mind, this is summer 2020. So this was
Right.
like the era of like Black Square on your Instagram page, performative activism vibes. But this video is crazy because he's like, yeah, I actually was not involved with my sister. I'm not a villain. Also, Black Lives Matter. And also, I just released a new makeup collection. It's like the craziest video you've ever seen in your life. It's insane.
These
It's
people
gross.
need like you think they have a whole marketing teams. Like you know what I mean? Like they have this much
They do
money.
now. I'd say
Like
like
that's the issue. This was the era. This will never happen again because this
No.
was the time when YouTube was big enough that these people were real celebrities. Like they were
Yeah.
very famous, and yet they were not supported in the way that a YouTuber is now.
Yeah.
They didn't have teams. They didn't have the right agents. Maybe they
it
did
still
like
happens a little
management.
bit on TikTok. That's why YouTube got lame,
Yeah.
right? It got too polished. That's why everyone went to TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
you need the chaos.
Like these people might have had management, but at the end of the day, they were doing this by
and
themselves.
then some people now, like the big thing is like Snapchat stories.
Yeah.
Now everyone's on the Snapchat stories being fucking crazy. It's awesome.
But like it is really interesting because we're just never going to get back to this era where there wasn't the framework in place to be this famous as a YouTuber with like the proper
And also
system.
totally chaotic. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but they were filthy rich and very
Oh,
famous.
yeah.
So it was really chaotic. So yeah, that's Dramageddon 3. I think you guys know about this one.
I know about this very well, and I think I told you this, Dad.
Yeah.
Miranda sings, right?
Yeah, I actually didn't write notes on this one because I wasn't sure if you know it or not.
Well,
Well,
can
yeah,
we
talked
can we
about
watch
it.
some of the moments of it? Because I don't think Dad's seen it. Can you search up like
Have you not
best
seen it,
moments?
Jess?
No, I've just told him. Go there. Just let him see a clip of it.
Yeah.
5 minutes later,
Anyways, crazy.
No, wait, you didn't hear the chorus.
Oh, you're right.
a little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh yes, you told me about the toxic train.
The
yeah,
toxic
Yeah.
gossip train.
So
Duh.
Yeah, yeah. We
we
talked
don't need to
about
go
that.
crazy on this one.
Toxic.
This one is
We
like-
did. I just needed you to see it.
Yeah,
So
this is a
fun.
long story, so I don't even.
There's
I don't feel. That
I
we
think
need to
I've
go into
told
it.
you essentially.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
she was in group chats with people, and then she said some weird shit. I think I told you at the time we talked.
And they were
about
like
the pod, I think.
minors, right? The group
They were
chats, so-
minors, and it wasn't like she says a lot of things that are not true in that video,
Mm-hmm.
and she says that it was a long time ago and it wasn't, and there
No,
there
yeah.
are clear receipts like
Yeah.
of like it was right then, and then and just she just does a lot of very like holier than thou, like, oh, it's just you and your drama hungry selves.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, this time it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's that one. It would be crazy not to include it. So
No, it was
here
hilarious.
it
No,
is.
we
I
gotta
loved
get
that
to it.
era of my life was so funny. Sorry, Dad. Oh.
You gotta include it, even though
Yeah.
we know about it. Yeah.
It needs to be on there. Okay, the Molly Lunchley scandal. This one's just funny. So, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and another YouTuber named KSI, who's very famous, but I literally have never even seen a video of his. I think he mostly like makes videos for children. Anyways, him and Mr. Beast and Logan Paul released a product called Lunchly that is a Lunchable. Same
I've
thing.
heard this before.
I haven't.
Yeah. So they market it as being healthier than a Lunchable. But it's not healthier. It's the same thing. They claim to use less preservatives, and that must have been true because they were moldy. Many of these Lunchlys were moldy, like months from their due date, and moldy. Like, that cheese is crazy. So YouTuber Rosanna Pansino, she was formerly Nerdy
What?
Nummies on YouTube.
Rosanna Pansino.
Yeah, and she made like cooking videos.
Yeah.
Now she's just a girl.
She's so cutie.
Yeah, well, she's really interesting, but she
Oh,
makes
really?
a video. I don't really know how I feel about her, but
Okay, I don't know.
I don't really know. She's not like crazy, but I don't know. She's odd. But anyways, she hates Mr. Beast. They have beef, and she makes a video unboxing a Lunchly that should be in date that was covered in mold. So that's the moldy Lunchly scandal. It was getting pulled off shelves and stuff. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I remember when it's being pulled off. I remember seeing it in the business news a little bit, saying like,
Yeah.
and then talking about it. Didn't he also have like energy bars or something? There was something wrong.
Well,
He
so
still
there's
has. I
the
saw
brand-
those in the States.
Well, yeah, there's a brand called Prime, and they make both energy drinks and also like Gatorade, like what's it called? Electrolyte beverages. So they make both, and that is kind of confusing because they are marketed to their fans. Their fans happen to be kids, and the Gatorade and the energy drink are branded the same. So like, it was kind of iffy because it was like, sure, kids can have a Gatorade, but they probably shouldn't have an energy drink, and they were branding them the same way, kind of, you know? And the Gatorade version came with the Lunchly as the drink.
I also know that Mr. Beast had some kind of deal where he would have like burgers. Do you guys know
Mr.
about
Beast
this?
Burger.
Yeah,
It's
Mr.
a ghost
Beast burger.
kitchen.
Yeah,
You
through
can only
ghost
order from
kitchens, and they were like horrible supposedly because
It's a ghost
like
kitchen.
It's a restaurant that doesn't have a front. Like, you can't go to the restaurant. You can only like DoorDash or whatever.
you can only order it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hired like ghost kitchens all over the place to supply. So the I guess the quality was all over. Like, it was great. Like, some was really good and some was
Yeah.
horrible, and mostly it wasn't good. And I remember seeing like people online being like, look at this. They're like unboxing their Mr. Beast burger that was just like slop. You know what I mean? So, and it was really
Yeah, it's bad.
expensive.
Yeah, it was like $20 for like a burger.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also has chocolate. He's really all over the map with his products, but anyways,
Surprised he
that's the
wants to
moldy
do so much
Lunchly.
food.
It's weird. He also has dabbled
I
in
saw
crypto.
some bars when I was in the
Feastables.
States.
They have them here.
Oh.
Feastables.
Feastables, they're called. They're just chocolate.
No, like they weren't that, I think.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Maybe it's something else. Anyways, we're at the last one.
Good.
This is currently happening.
But back
This
to this
is-
guy again. This guy is all over the place here. Huh?
Yeah. So this is the Jeffree Star alt-right pipeline. This isn't really like one event. This is just like his current era that I feel is really just captures where we're at these days. So in late 2020, Jeffree randomly moves to Wyoming and buys a yak farm.
Okay.
He says he's not going to eat the yaks. They're just for like taking care of them. But eventually he starts a business where he sells yak meat
What?
and his makeup. So I don't know.
He couldn't have two separate businesses.
No, he has a store where you can go and buy yak meat and makeup. It's crazy.
Why?
Yeah, and he started getting involved with conservative creators and doing the anti-trans grift.
But he must have like a team now.
I don't know what he's up to now.
But he must have a team that would tell him to not.
I'm sure, but he's yak farming. This is his
Sure,
genuine
but then
life
you
now.
just start like your own yak farm business, and then you have your makeup, and they're totally separate, and they're a totally different deal. Look, marketing wise, there's way different demographics who are buying those things. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
makeup and yak farming.
Well, also, he's like an alt-right influencer now. He's doing anti-trans videos, which is crazy because let's be real, like the way he is, like you would really not think that he could be anti-trans and be accepted by anti-trans people. But I don't know, they love an excuse to be transphobic, you know? So they're like, well, Jeffree Star says this. And they love him. And he he's like weird about COVID and he's anti-trans and he's like he was upset about Charlie Kirk. Like he's just like fully doing the alt-right grift. It's crazy.
People love to just like
People go where the
switch
money
right
is,
over,
and the
yeah.
money's there. So that's what he's doing these
Recession.
days. Yeah, but he's also farming yaks, and I just thought that was really crazy.
I'm curious. I'd like to be a fly on the wall where
of the yak farm.
no, where
Yeah.
before he buys the farm, where they're like, "Hey, we got this yak farm for sale in Wyoming." He's like, "Damn, that sounds amazing. Like, I think I'm gonna do that." Like, what? How does that logic even work? You know what I'm saying?
But it's kind of like what we talked about where like ages ago when we did trends or something like pop stars. Remember when it's like if you just do something completely different, it'll just confuse people and then you can do whatever you want. Like you can just like they'll forget what you were doing before and they'll draw them and you'll just be a yak farmer now. And they'll be like, "Yeah, he's yak farming now. Good for him." Like, you know what I mean? Like I actually have heard teeny tiny bits of the yak farming, but I forgot about it. But I didn't know anything about the alt-right, probably because the yak farming's kind of taken the attention, right?
I mean, look, that's kind of smart in a way, I guess. If you want them to forget about, don't look over here. I'm going to be doing this
Farming.
over here. But
A
I
yak
mean,
farm.
yak
So
farm?
if you're being
Well,
canceled,
I think his thing was like, I'm gonna get out of the mainstream. Like, I hate this. But he at heart is always gonna be an attention seeker, and I think he actually got what he wanted, and people weren't looking at him because he's over farming yaks in Wyoming. And I think he was like, actually, guys, I'm conservative because I think he missed being like a celeb. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
and I
my
think
theory.
that makes sense. Some people are attention seeking, so I get that. That's probably what
Yeah.
it is. Wow, I feel like that was a lot of information, Katie. Thank you. In an hour. And
I just love that it was no one's origin story on being evil. It was separate. It was like
Yeah.
side plots.
I don't really feel like talking about the real scandals because they're not funny.
It
You
was
know,
sad.
they're just sad.
so should we find like nice people that are YouTubers? Is that going to be
They
a pod
exist.
They
someday?
exist.
The
They're just
beauty
not funny.
community is real bad, to be fair.
Well,
and that
this was
a
the
lot.
era. Like, let's be real. Like, 2015 to 2020 was like the worst people you know were the biggest YouTubers.
Yeah, like I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah,
So like there were other people.
but there are plenty of unproblematic people. They don't get into scandals like this. You know,
Some do.
or they get into scandals where you just feel bad for them and it's not really entertaining because you're like, that's too bad that happened to you.
Crazy. So I didn't, totally stepping back, I didn't know we were allowed to make full PowerPoints for our pod. So I am going to come prepared next time.
I just
could have done a
decided I
whole
needed
F1
it.
PowerPoint for last one, but I just didn't know that was an
She made
option.
it in like 2-3 hours, maybe.
That's fine.
That's
I can make a.
Well, I just thought that there was no
Makes-
way I was staying on track without a PowerPoint.
Fair. It is hard when you just stay on track. Like when I was just losing my notes last week, I was like, oh man. So
Yeah.
no, that was great, Katie. Thank you so much for enlightening us to YouTube, especially now that this pod is on YouTube. So I mean, we're kind of part of the
Plug.
YouTube family. Part of the
Well, I
YouTube
thought you
family.
guys talk a lot about pop culture stuff, and I was like, you gotta have the context, you know? These are important things.
Well, I don't usually talk about that avenue.
But if you did, now you know.
Sometimes you do. So next time you're on, we'll have all the knowledge.
Well, there you go.
I can't comfortably and confidently say I'll remember every one of the people's names, but I will.
I don't think you
I'll
do.
try my hardest.
I feel like some of those things, though, I understand, like they're important to have that context. But still, like now, if you come in with something about any of those people who are evil, I still don't know why they're evil. I just know that one time they did this other thing.
Well, I don't know. I think if you know they're evil, why poke, you know?
Will we ever
they're
really
evil.
know why they're evil?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, some of
No.
them we have proof, some of them we don't really. It's just
No,
kind
but
of
I
a way
mean,
that
I
people
never know
do it.
why they're evil, like what their origin
Yeah,
could
no.
be, or does maybe I think YouTube in general does attract, especially back then, attracts people that are a little bit, and then they're attention seeking and they do crazy things and they get more followers, and also I think it kind of is a self-fulfilling prophecy because if you're on there and you do a crazy thing and it gets way more hits, you're like, ooh. And then they double down
Yeah.
on that crazy thing, and then they just move even more, and then
I
they
think that's
keep
what happened
doing
to
it.
Gabby Hanna. I don't think Gabby Hanna, I don't know if she was awesome. I don't know if she was like crazy when she first started.
Yeah, it's not good for you, though, to be in that environment as
Yeah.
a YouTuber.
Yeah, and I think some of the right wing ones are like that, and I think some of them start out and they're not super right wing, but as they do a little bit more right wing, and it just gets way more, traction and more followers, they're like, well, I guess I'm going this direction, and I don't.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like the people who get on that weird, like alt-right influencer kick, like a lot of them have always been the kind of people who go where the money is. Jeffree Star's like that. He's always been the guy who's doing where the money is. Like when it was cool to be emo and have like the stripy hair and whatever, he was doing that on MySpace. So when it was cool to be clean girl, beauty guru, he was doing that on YouTube. Like he's always chased the money. So I don't like, as much as it is like, why is he yak firming? At the same time, it's not surprising because it's just
now
where the
we're
money
like
is.
rural, and we like.
Well, the money's in being normal now, so he's doing his best.
A person that can be super normal, but I don't know a lot about him. But
No, yeah.
awesome. Well, it's exciting. I feel good. Well, thank you, Katie, so much. A, for putting that together so quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And B, for helping us learn about the new place we are, YouTube.
You're so welcome. The history of your platform.
Some of that was so much more scandalous than I thought it would be too. Because I'm like, on the periphery. I heard some of these things happened, but I didn't know anywhere near the extent. I thought they were just fighting. Like, holy shit. Some of that shit was insane.
I also didn't know at that time. Like, a lot of this is just because I've learned more about it since. I find it so fascinating.
Well, and also
like,
your buddy.
Sometimes I watch, videos of people talking about things, like, because I just find it, like, really interesting. It's, like...
No, I understand that. I just, like,
thing.
wow. I thought that most of this was just, like, people were fighting with each other, and then some of them were, like, either being pedophilic or racist, and then they were canceled. You know what I mean? And then I didn't know David Dobrik was slamming people into machinery.
That one is crazy, yeah.
The funny thing is I've heard about his other scandals. Not that one. That one's the craziest one.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great evening. I'm done. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Katie knows best about YouTube for certain.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a proud thing, so.
I like it. All right.
Awesome.
Right.
Love you
Love
guys.
you.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Daughter Knows Best.
Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Daughter Knows Best Podcast.
And listen to us on Spotify and now streaming on YouTube.
Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.